sorry you happen to have been witnessing my cat's ass running away from the camera. He has been making himself an annoying little sweet nuisance, as he likes to be. That's Kansu. My name is Abby. If you haven't come to join us as of yet, I am, well, one half of, I'll call it 75% of AV Tarot, because my wife, my partner in crime on the side of the planet who moderates and chooses our questions for us. She's the other 25% that keeps it running. You're the oil in the gears, darling. Like, that's what you do. You did say that you were going to come and be on camera for us today. Oh, sad face. Next time we'll get you, baby. Not camera ready today. No worries. Today has just been one of those, like, it's been running kind of interestingly, so we're on board. But if you haven't come to visit me as of yet, what we do every Wednesday from about 8, well, apparently 8:03, 8 to 9 and some changes, is I pull tarot cards for the community, for the people who come and visit with me. Some people have come and return night after night, or week after week, rather, and thank you so much. Love you, bits and pieces. And then there's a lot of new people that show up and just looking for a little bit of information, a little bit of intuition, a little bit of fortune telling, a little bit of fun. The whole game plan is to make you laugh, give you a little bit of relief, maybe look into your future, dig around in your past, maybe ask some random questions. My favorite question to this day is still, what color should I dye my hair? That was the best question. And we did get a pull from the cards, and a perfect color, I might add. Perfect color. But we do everything esoteric to mundane. The only questions that I will not address are time of death questions, COVID-related questions, and what I call third party removed. And what that means is, like, for instance, you have an ex who has a new partner. If you're wondering about them, we're not going to read on that, because that's not really useful for us in our own development and our own continued growth and so forth. So we'll stick it to pretty much what's going on within your immediate bubble. So today is the 25th. We're doing 6-card pulls. Let me quickly tell you about how we operate this. So we do the first session in about 30 minutes of 6-card reads. After that, we take a quick 4-minute little break where I just chat with you about how you can get in touch with me directly if you want to get additional work done, if you want to get something a little bit more in depth than what we just sampled right here on the surface. Also, any business tidbits that might be going on, I talk about it then as well. And then we hop back in and we do 6-card readings for a little while longer until we then close up with doing flash 1-card readings that are just super quick, to the point, soundbite, little snippets of a read, and it just kind of wraps everything up for us. So if you could do me a favor, could you share the love of this page? Could you tag your friend? Could you tag your sister? Could you share it to your own Facebook? Whatever little bit that you like to do as showing a little support and love for the channel, for the Facebook page, and kind of spread the tarot love around a little bit. That would do me so much love, so much joy, and thank you so much for that. So I have decided I'm going to do things a little differently. I want to start with my light seers. I'm going to start with a different set of cards because my other cards are boring me today. I'm not going to do it. So did I miss anything? Oh, YouTube is here. That's right. I sometimes see, I'm in such the habit of Facebook land, I forget that we're now including into the compass YouTube land. So hello. I need to hop into comments so I can see who's here, because I just saw Sandrine's face. Oh my goodness. So hi, Sweet Pea, Guided Butterfly. I love the little names that come in from YouTube land. Meek Love, hello. Angela, hi, Sweet Pea. Sarah, hello. Xavier, glad to see you're here. Sarah, hi. Rhoda. I love, okay, so the hello. That makes me so happy. Hello, darling. Oh my goodness, who's still here? Oh my gosh, Sweet Pea, hello. Lori, you're here. See, some people have been here from the beginning, and we've been going for about a year. Oh, well, except for one time where I was sick. But we've gone for a solid year, and Lori has been at almost every one of these sessions for a solid year. So hugs and love to Lori. Jamie, hello, Sweet Pea. Nancy, oh my goodness, I'm so happy that you all are here. Thank you so much. So while people are still coming in and the notifications are coming out and people are deciding if they're going to come and visit or not, tell me something. Well, one, we got Thanksgiving coming up tomorrow, right? It is tomorrow. I have my hens warming up right now. What is something that you're going to be making for Thanksgiving, or are you making or cooking or doing anything for Thanksgiving? I know not everybody celebrates the North American version of the ruckus that is Thanksgiving for us, but if you are, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? I would love to know, because I know like I cook for my family. That's my little thing, and I know not every family is able to get together. My family is kind of small to begin with, so we're kind of used to this.
We're just doing immediate family.
And we're just doing immediate, like our household only. So we're not even expanding outward from there. Thankfully, my family lives, 2,000 miles away. So it's like, it's not even a question. It's not even a question or problem, but we will be calling. So what are y'all going to be doing for Thanksgiving? I got to scroll down. Sandrine, nothing, because we had ours in Canada in October. See, y'all's gonna be different, so you're not gonna be doing anything. Maybe just send up a little like, and that's it. That's all we need. Just a little nod to the thank you. Oh my goodness, because gratitude is still something that applies regardless of the holiday, so no worries there. Oh my goodness, I want to scroll through. Oops. Sarah is making bacon Brussels sprouts. Ooh. I don't know what that is. I know what bacon is, and I know what Brussels sprouts are, but bacon Brussels sprouts, that's new for me. Is that baked? Is it sauteed? Like, what is that? Now I need to know. So please, Sarah, like throw those comments in, because even if I don't see it now, I'm totally going to be watching this after it wraps up, and so I get to learn something new. That makes me happy. And Sandrine has pregnancy questions, honey. What's this about? Oh my goodness, Angela. Let's see. Did I miss any other Thanksgiving questions? Someone's working at 911 tomorrow. I bet you have stories for days, Nancy, like of what happens during, what do you call it? During Thanksgiving holidays when people fry their chickens, then it explodes, and then there's fire calls, and there's all these things. Vanessa's working from 1 till 10 at night. No company here for Thanksgiving for Lori, just me and Jeff. It's probably safe. Sarah said, bake, toss in olive oil, salt and pepper, easy. You know what? I eat bacon. My wife is not the bacon person in the house, but we might have to do that. Turkey bacon, we can just substitute. There we go. We'll have a substitute. All right, well, so let me go ahead and get out of comments so that I stop getting all distracted. All right, so let me go ahead and get my oil together. And here in a moment, Melissa's going to be pulling some cards. So how you participate, because I just realized I didn't mention it. So what I want you to do is to go ahead and throw your super specific one question into your comments. Now, if you have multiple questions that you want to have pulled on throughout the evening, please feel free to throw them in. You're probably going to throw them in multiple times. Please do. Just limit them to one question per comment so that I don't have to split it up and I may not get to the other half of your question. So just go ahead and throw those into the comments while I'm putting oil all over everything. Type those in feverishly with your thumbs, and Melissa will start to pull questions. She is going to pull on kind of a variety, so it's not going to necessarily be first come, first serve. It's going to be on a variety. So if we do love, next will probably be work, and then family, and then we just kind of make them all interesting. All right, sweet peas. Think we got it? I think we got it. I'm going to take a quiet sip, because nothing is more annoying than loud sippers. I'm sorry, mouth noises. I can't hang. Y'all have to tell me how you feel about mouth noises and how enraged, or does it even bother you? Like, I don't know if it's like me, but I lose my mind every time mouth noises happen. So Xavier, today is your birthday. You want to know what's in store for chapter 27. Ooh, sir. Let's see what's in store. Ooh, hot, I like it. Oh, that's right, huh? So Melissa just mentioned that around this time is what's classified as your Saturn returns. And often this year or these couple of years tends to be the most pivotal in your first Saturn return, because like, we have a second, right? That happens later on in life. So these tend to be like the most profound, the most pivotal, the most important years for you. So let's see. 27, 28, and 29? Cool. Yeah, they were pivotal for me too. So you'll totally have to let me know if they've been interesting for you. Okay, so what's next in store for 27? What's going to be going on? What's next in store? Okay. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, my dear. So let me show you the cards that I have, and then I'm going to do a show or a talk and tell. There you go. So the first card I have is the 6 of Pentacles for you. I also have the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. So 27 feels like overall there's going to be lots of exchange when it comes to the money and the stuff and the things. So I'm wondering, because I know that you have high, big ambitions for yourself. I feel like you're starting to actually acquire some of those. So I wouldn't be surprised if like your like literal net worth, your income starts to increase a little bit. Just be careful not to like, you know how sometimes we can spend our money before we even received it, or have overextended ourselves because we believe that we're always going to have this amount of income. So just try to maintain your wits about yourself. Make sure that you're up on your financial education, that you're already preemptively planning for the future, so that you don't just throw your money away, essentially. The other cards that I have is the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, along with Temperance, and then the 2 of Swords. So my understanding with that increase or influx of cash or coin or prosperity or abundance or things, whatever it happens to be for your situation, because you know it's a big old year, there's going to be a need for balance. So making sure that you keep yourself at a level keel. Try not to allow whatever's happening to go too high or too low for you. So try to figure out any way possible to keep a balance for yourself. But you're also going to be running into kind of a rock and a hard place when it comes what it feels like to people. So when the 2 of Swords comes up for me, it's often like a decision either between people or like keeping people or getting rid of people, or feels like people for you. It feels like it's the elimination or bringing, it's like deciding what we're going to be doing with the people that are in your immediate environment, or maybe even like who's in charge of X, Y, and Z, who you're talking to all the time, who's going to be influencing you, or whose energy you're going to allow to kind of hover around you over the year. So it feels like it's going to be like a pivotal, it's the start of it. It's going to be a big year of new things, new starts, and then also cutting away of things, deciding, chopping away at those decisions. But either way, hon, it's going to be interesting to say the least. It's going to be interesting to say the least. But yeah, I look forward to seeing how your 27 year goes. Your 27 and 28 and 29. So you know you got to stay around now. I got to make sure you're doing good. Thank you so much for your question, Xavier. Hi, Chica. Just wondering, will I find love anytime soon? Also, I have plans to start my own business next month, and I'm nervous and would love insight. Oh, I love the whole business one. Okay, so this is an example, my dear. When you have 2 questions and we shove them into one comment, I have to split them up and then I have to choose. So which one do I choose? Will you find love anytime soon or business? You know what, hun, sweet pea, to answer the question about your love anytime soon, always. We're always like right around the corner, right around the bend. How soon? Next week, next month? That's a bigger question, requires more cards. But let's look at your new business. To me, that's chewy. That's kind of fun. So you have plans to start your new business next month and you're nervous. Love some insight. I'd love some insight. I feel like if you're not, it's good for you to be nervous, because if you weren't doing it right. Like this nervousness is like the appropriate, a little amount of scared that you need to have just to kind of keep your fire under your butt. If it was just basic, if it was like flipping over Facebook, you know, you wouldn't be interested. It wouldn't keep your attention. So I love that's making you a little bit nervous. I love that it's making you like hold your breath a little bit. So let's see what else shows up for us. What else do we need to know? Okay. Starting a new business. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, hon. So a couple of the cards that I got going on for you. First one that hopped out for me, and I'm going to see how this pulls back in, is the 4 of Swords. So this is something to me that you don't almost, I love that you're nervous because that means you're tapping on something that's worth doing. I don't feel like you have to be afraid though. So nervousness is fine. Just don't allow it to tip over into fear. Like the fear part doesn't help you out at all. I do have the 8 of Wands along with the World and the Wheel. Usually these 2 cards don't show up simultaneously for me, so I'm kind of impressed and proud. So first off, I love how much energy you've put into this, because it kind of feels like it has its own momentum going with it. So I wouldn't be surprised if you start to see it fly kind of like out of your like immediate control. And so part of your job or your responsibility is going to be, what do you control and what is pointless to even try to wrap your brain around trying to control. Like, you can't always control people's response or their behaviors, but you can control how you react or something to that nature. The other cards that I have is the Three of Wands. I also have the Six of Swords and then the Four of Cups. So part of your business, I feel like, isn't going to necessarily disappoint you, but it's not going to be what you had thought it was. That very well may be kind of along the lines of when it's harder than I thought it was going to be, or this wasn't nearly the energy feel that I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to like this more than I did. And that's perfectly fine. Always remember that you can pivot. So however you started right now may not be how your business will look in 4 months, in 6 months, in 5 years. And that's perfectly fine. And hopefully you do shift and pivot as your business evolves, as things grow, as things continue on. But overall, hun, you're going to be just fine from what I can see. And I do hope that you enjoy it. Hope you enjoy the process. Also, something that just came to mind is make sure that you find, by any means necessary, other people who are doing what you want to do at a higher level. Because always kind of having someone that's doing better than you as a North Star kind of helps you cut through the bullshit. You don't have to learn trial by fire so much. So keep an eye on those people who are doing better than you, so you have breadcrumbs to follow. But thank you so much for your question, Sweet Pea. And if you still want me to dig into the other one, just throw it back into the comments and we may pull it again for you. But thank you. All right, let me scooch up. Sandrine, so pregnancy question, huh, darling? Do we want the same thing with each other, kids? But are we afraid to say it? Okay, so I think, Sandrine, you're asking me, do both of you want kids? So, or basically, yeah, do both of you want kids? I'm assuming you do, right? I'm assuming for you to ask the question, that's why, because you do, and you're wondering if he does. Okay, so first off, hun, I do still think that is an important question that you have with your person. So regardless of what cards show up, have that conversation. That's a big one. Those are one of those like post kind of four corners conversation. To make sure you still have the conversation with your person. So let's see. Do you both want kids? No, just he want kids. Oops. Got my first card. Okay. I always wonder if people see like these cards that kind of fly up over here and then land, like it's popcorn cards over here. Okay. Let's see. All right, hon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first thing I'm feeling, hun, is not to surprise him with it. So I definitely don't want you to be the person who just arrives one day already knocked up. Like, let's not have that routine going on, because I feel like that is going to take the choice out of it for the two of you. So I hope, because you're a wonderful, brilliant, smart, and resourceful woman, that you're taking care of all the business and making sure that either we are or we're not, but we're covered, we're wrapped, or we're birth controlled or whatever is necessary. The cards that I have for you, though, Queen of Pentacles hopped out. I also have the Empress, along with the Page of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So having both the King and the Queen of Pentacles showing up in this first portion for you, to me, that feels like you two very well could be on the same page or close to it. So I really would love for you to have that conversation. And it may be, I don't even know if it's necessarily like the reason, like the afraid to say it part, like that's not the super important aspect of it, but it does feel like this is something worth you guys having a conversation so you can, for certain, without speculation, get on the same page about it. The other cards I have is the Seven of Wands, along with the Six of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So my inclination, I'm feeling like there'd be these other voices, kind of like if you start talking to your friends about having a child with this person, you're probably going to have those little voices of like, are you sure you want to do that? Or the mom being like, is he the right one? Is he really? But is he really though? And so you're going to have to like turn your ears off. Like if the two of you decided, nope, this is what we want. This is how we want to start our family. We don't care if it's non-traditional. This is what we want to do. Then hold firm, hold fast to that. But outside of that, it feels like y'all are close to the same page. Have that conversation so that you can be on the same page, or at least have some very clear understanding, because it's perfectly okay to not know what you want yet, but not speaking to it is not okay. So if you want to have children and you know you want to have children and he knows that he does or knows that he doesn't or knows that he's at least considering it, we all need to be on the same page of how we're going to go about that. But hun, have that conversation. Have it. But thank you for your question, Sweet Pea. Thank you. Yay. Scooch up the cards. I'm going to have my silent sip of tea. Sarah. Hello, hello. Mm. You met a new guy and you really, really like him. He seems to like me too. Ooh, I wonder if this is going anywhere or somewhere serious. I hope so. Let's see what shows up for us, hon. What do we need to know about this connection? Okay. What do we need to? The first thing that kind of comes to mind, even as I'm shuffling, is I want to make sure when you're around or when you're thinking of them or thinking about the situation that we allow it to unfold the way it's going to naturally. I know sometimes for me, and the visual is when you get super excited about something and you accidentally hold on too tight to it, and then we accidentally choke the life out of it. So in not, counting too many eggs before they hatch, not throwing expectations into the situation before it's appropriate to do so, just allowing it the opportunity to unfold, allow it to do whatever it's going to do, allow it to warm up or fizzle out, whatever it's going to do, allowing it the opportunity to organically do what it's going to do without trying to pour gasoline on the little spark. Let's see what shows up. Sarah. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I do like it. And I say I like it because, well, the 6 of Cups hopped out for me. That's often like either past life or generational. So there's a notice. Oh, sorry. Amazon just showed up and scared the hell out of me. Sorry, somebody just ran up on my porch with a flashlight. Scared the I don't know if y'all saw my face, but everything just tingles right now. Okay, I'm good. So 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups. Oh, cat. Along with the 4 of Pentacles. That's my kitty. And the Queen of Pentacles. So, is this seeming somewhere serious? I feel like it has the potential to do so, even like as of right now. So it seems like we both like each other. We both are digging it. I like that. The other cards that showed up for us was the Ace of Pentacles, along with the 5 of Swords, but we also end up on the 2 of Cups. So to me, ultimately, it seems like if if we just allow this to do the thing that it's going to do, if we allow it to unfold and not overthink it, not worry ourselves too much about it, I don't see why this couldn't turn into something a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fascinating. My nose is itching now. But just, yeah. The other card that showed up at the bottom of the deck was the 8 of Pentacles. So I feel like restraint is probably going to be one of those things. It's going to take effort to work on. It's fun to kind of hop in with both feet and pretend like we've been, together for 15 years. But a little bit of restraint is always useful when it comes to these new connections. So yeah, just allow it to do its thing. It's going to. So no worries about it. Don't stress your pretty little head. But thank you, Sweet Pea. Nancy. There we go. You're 5 years from retirement from your current job. Congrats. Can I keep following my path to get there? Ooh. Can I keep following my path to get there? So it sounds like whatever it is you're doing, it's been working so far. Let's see what shows up for us. You're 5 years from retirement. Cool. Let's see what shows up for us. First card hopped out. Looks like it's a small collection. We might throw them back. Okay. What do we need to know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right, hon. So the cards that I pulled for you, first one is the Hermit, along with Temperance, and the 2 of Wands. So to answer your question directly, if you can keep doing what you're doing to get there, I don't see why not. Like this, to me, the feel of the Hermit with the Temperance is this almost not rocking the boat this like kind of method. The Two of Wands is kind of like planning the path to get to wherever it is that you're trying to go. I don't see anything immediately that says, nope, you can't do it. So this feels very much more of like the keep doing what you're doing, keep, you know, just going with the flow of it. It should be just fine. I do think you're going to have some other options show up for you regarding anything moving forward. So the Seven of Cups along with the Eight of Wands, and then we have the Queen of Cups. I think as the closer you get to retirement, the closer other options make themselves available to you. Maybe like the next version of your life is going to show up for you, or the next thing that you get fascinated or, you know, pulled into or entranced with is going to show up for you. But there's going to be some options. Regardless of what happens, there's going to be some options with that, with the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Pentacles was at the bottom of the deck. So for me, this is growing new things. This is patience regarding new things. So you to keep following your path to get there, I don't see why not, hun. As far as I can tell, it looks like so long as you continue to do what you do and don't decide all of a sudden, you know what, I'm doing something different. You know, so long as you don't do one of those, I don't see why you couldn't get there, hun. I don't see why you couldn't. But thank you so much for your question, sweetheart. Yay, Abby. Sorry, I saw my name. I just said it out loud. I would like to know if there's someone coming towards me in love. Oh, hi, sweet pea. I'm pretty certain we've done this question for you a couple times. Let's see what shows up for us, dear. From YouTube land. Yay. Is there someone coming towards you? Someone romantic. She's looking for a sweetheart, y'all. Cat, are you trying to get up here? Well, come on, then. Don't knock over my tea. There you go.
Just the tail.
Just the tail. Just the tail of the kitty cat. Oh, I wonder if he's seeing an animal. Right? Is there someone coming soon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, hun. So I'm kind of impressed because some of these cards we've seen before tonight. So this is the Queen of Cups along with Temperance, and we just had the Hermit show up for us. So that's an interesting set of cards to me, because for me, this feels like it's dealing directly with your energetic element to it. So it's I'm sure you've heard of, you know, when you are constantly aware or continuously aware how something is not here, all we get is more of that thing not being here. So moving forward, we have Seven of Cups. Something that you can shift for yourself a little bit is thinking of it as like opportunities and options that are available to you all the time, all around you. You just can't wait until you have the opportunity to choose. Kind of getting out of, oh, there's no one here, there's no one next to me, there's no one on my finger, to like, I have options, I have opportunities, there are things, they may not even be here yet, but I know they're on their way. Getting into like that in advance feel can go ahead and kind of speed up the works, because there's always going to be someone coming towards you. There's always going to be someone coming towards you, because it's like, this is a spectrum life. This is what we're doing. The Ace of Wands to me is, of course, the yes, of course kind of card. And then the last card being the Four of Wands is, honey, have fun. Have fun, enjoy your life, enjoy your time, enjoy being exactly where you're at, right? Exactly in this moment. And the more fizzy and the more vibrant and the more bright that you become, the easier it'll be for your person to come see you, come find out where you're at. Do you agree, Kansu? See, even grumpy cat, my grumpus would probably agree, or just prefer to be on his own. But yes, of course, hon. Of course. But thank you so much for your question. One of the cards that showed up for you was the Seven of Pentacles that hopped out of the deck. This to me is just allowing things to cultivate, allowing things to grow, and having patience with those things that are in process. You've already sent out the request. You've already made your list of the type of person that you want. And if you haven't, you're going to. So yeah, just allow it the opportunity to show up. Allow for it. It's coming, hun. No worries. No worries with that. But thank you so much for your question, Sweet Pea. Jeremy, my darling, with the dyed, we decided that you're dyeing your hair pink. I hope, that's my cat. I hope you've dyed your hair pink. So you're talking to a few different guys online. Do you have good feelings about any of them? They're also different from each other. Okay, so few. Do we mean 2 or 3? Because 2 is like a couple. Few is 3? 3? Or more. 3 or more? I like specifics, darling. So I'm going to aim for 3. And let's see. They're all so different from each other. Okay, let's do 2 cards per of the 3. The 3 that you like the most. 3 that you like the most. 3 that you like the most. Jamie, you'll totally have to tell me if it's 3 or more. Okay. 2 cards each. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Gotcha, hun. The card at the bottom of all of this, because I just pulled 2 cards per person, assuming the top 3, and the bottom of the deck was the full card here. So I love that you are just on this. I'm going to sample this. I'm going to try a little bit of that. I'm going to take some from table A and from table B, and I love that. So, hun, keep doing you. It's a good way to go. It's a good way to go. So first one that showed up is the Page of Cups along with the Death and Rebirth card. And Abby likes this one the most because I am a big fan of continual evolution, continued transformation. This person feels a little bit on the young side. They probably still have that youthful, slightly naive, kind of rose-colored glasses, life is innately good kind of personality. And you almost want to stay around that just for the optimism. Like, it kind of blows your mind a little bit. Like, you are still around? How come, like, world hasn't broken you yet? And so just love that person. That's an amazing one to go to. The other one is the Magician, along with the King of Pentacles. This person feels like a bit more financially focused or financially driven. So they are working primarily to be the master of their own universe. You know which one that is? Good. The second one feels like he's trying to be the master of his own universe. Perfectly fine, depending on where your own personal priorities are. If you are an eternal romantic, number 1 is perfect. If you're eternal romantic, number 2 will leave you a little longing. If you are financially driven, career focused, that kind of person too, then number 2 would be a good ally, because you 2 would end up being like, oh gosh, when you have, I think of it like bicycle wheels, and how a little bit of momentum between the 2 of you gets things going and you start flying down hills. Now the third one, he's the one that I'm a little bit nervous about, because I have the 3 of Swords along with the 10 of Swords. Not saying that, actually, let me get to the point. So Swords energies is often people who are in their head a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if this one, while probably gorgeous on the surface, has a lot going on in their mind. And I wouldn't be surprised if they had a depressive streak to them, and they haven't quite climbed out of that as of yet, or it's going to show up for them and they're going to have a hard time walking through it. So my thought with a third one is maybe like allowing that one to scoot this way. Not saying that they aren't deserving of love and romance and your attention as well, but they can often be a pull on your emotional resources when you have these others that are so different and so dynamic and so evolving in their own ways. So I'm leaning towards the other 2. No, which 2? That's gonna be your decision, hun. Which 2? But these 2 feel the best out of all 3 of them. So I'm glad that you knew at least which one that was, and I hope the other one made sense too. But yeah, you'll make the best decisions as you see fit, hun. But cool, have fun, Jamie. Enjoy it. Oh, is it news and updates already? Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me put my cards down. I'm gonna start my little timer. Where's my little timer? There, it's not. There you go. Not 20 minutes. That was earlier. 4 minutes. Yay. Okay, sweethearts. So something that I wanted to make sure that I continue to speak about is that come December, my aim is for the end of November or very start of December, I'm going to present a New Year service for the coming year. And this will be primarily for the new year, but can also be applicable at any time during the next season. And it's the whole point of helping you understand kind of what your old year was, what your new year's kind of focus and outcome is likely to be, and then give you some kind of roadmap, some key blockers, some, I call them like signposts, a little signpost to kind of give you a clue as to what's going to be going on over the next year and how you can kind of set yourself up for success or better prepare for whatever is happening down the road. So that's going to be coming here soon, and I promise to bring you like little highlights and show you the cards that I'm using and some of the nuances behind it. I'm in the middle of test mode right now, so long as I get some good reviews and some edits made, I'm excited to throw that out for everyone. Also, to chat with you about how you can get some work done with me personally. I have currently 4 methods. We're considering closing one of them out. So just for now, we're going to do 4. First one is through pre-recorded video personalized readings with me. Those are like 20 minutes to about 40-minute sessions that I record privately in my treehouse. They happen on any of the topics that are available on the website, which include like business, love, relationships, 2 paths. Is the moon coming? Like full moon, new moon readings are available in there as well. Another method that you can get a service done with me is through Zoom. So kind of like this, where we're having a conversation, question and answer session. Those are really useful when you have lots of questions that you want to dig into or lots of little nuances that you want to kind of figure out. And that's just a 30-minute or a 60-minute conversation where we talk, we pull cards, we talk, we pull cards, we hop into intuition, we find out what our guides, guardians, and ancestors are talking about. We pull it all together and ta-da, there's a read for you, my dears. We do the same thing through Facebook chat and also 30-minute or 60-minute increments. And then you can also have the same service, but performed via email, which I would be creating a PDF document of your question and your reading that's provided to you through email. So those are a couple ways, well, 4 ways in which you can get some work done with an Abby to kind of deep dive into anything that you have going on. The same rules apply though. Oh, thank you. You should drop the link out to where you can find more information. And also, if for some reason you can't find any of the links, totally reach out to me on Facebook and I will send you the link to the website so that one way or the other, you know how to get there. So there's links in the post, there's links in these comments. There's also my face. Click on my face and send me a message that way. You can do it there as well. So I think I hit my time mark. Perfect. Yay. All right. So we will hop back into reads. Let me go ahead and get to shuffling. Hey. I don't know about you, but I didn't think I'd get hot anymore doing this. My temperature just went up. I love it. Because it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. So Melissa's looking for a new question. So please feel free to go ahead and throw your comments, throw your questions into the comments section, and we'll continue to pull, especially as we continue on. Would you do me a favor, though, and go ahead and hit the like or the subscribe, depending on which platform that you are on. That just helps me get some analytic love to these videos. It's so helpful when you heart, when you like, or when you subscribe. So thank you so much in advance if you have already. So when would your person give commitment to me? Ooh, let's see. What needs to happen for that to occur? When? What needs to happen for that to occur? Let's see. What needs to happen? What do we need to know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hon. So a couple of the cards that I have has me some questions. So the first card I have is the 5 of Wands. The other card I have is the 8 of Cups, along with the Queen of Cups, and then the 7 of Swords. My first thought, hun, in asking when, I'm not sure that it will occur in the way in which you're expecting it. The other cards that I have for you is the 4 of Pentacles, along with the Strength card and Justice. So for me, this is kind of leaning on to maybe not necessarily a breakup, but if you're looking for this person to, it's like when you're dating and then you've solidified your relationship that you're only seeing each other and you're making a commitment to each other. I feel like this person isn't in that making a commitment to each other mode, at least as of right now. It feels like they're still living their life. They're still looking beyond the horizon. They're still doing other things and figuring out what they want. So the slight wisdom here is for you to continue to take care of yourself. So the 4 of Pentacles is holding on to her resources, her family, her legacy. She's holding that internal strength about it. And with that Justice card, that's seeking balance and seeking that clarity that comes when you found like stability, sanity, and peace. So my first thought, hun, maybe it's when you find sanity, clarity, and peace that they'd be more inclined. But as of right now, the way things are, it doesn't look like they're going to be making a commitment, at least as of right now. So I wish I had better news for that one, but at least we know what's going to be happening or what can happen later on from there. But thank you so much for your question, Sweet Pea. What am I currently manifesting? Ooh, that's an interesting question. S. I love that it's just the one letter. S. So what is S currently manifesting? Ooh, what is it that you're thinking about? I always find that it's what we're thinking about. That is the fastest thing to pull up for us. Let's see. What is it that you're manifesting? What are you currently manifesting? What's the first card? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Gotcha. So a couple things. First off, the card that hopped out of the deck was the Ace of Cups. The card that was on the bottom of the deck was the Ace of Swords. So not only do you have a lot of emotion, but you also have a lot of thoughts. So I love that you got both going for you. So you're a head and a heart person. So I tend to be really heady. So can I learn something from you? That's what I need to do. So the other cards that I have for you, hon, I have the Three of Pentacles. I also have the 8 of Swords along with the 10 of Swords. So I'm wondering, my first thought is something in relation to your work or your work efforts or the things that you're doing in projects with others. Because with the 3 of Pentacles talking about work projects, 8 of Swords is often taking ownership, accountability, and responsibility for our lot in that situation, with the 10 of Swords being like it's over, it's done, now we're walking away from the ordeal. I have the 3 of Swords along with the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups, or Knight, excuse me, of Cups. So to me, this is a little bit on more of the romantic front, where it's like there's this heartbreak or there's this disappointment, but there we go. Then we have this happy family card. So we have the 10 of Cups coming back, where I wonder if maybe there's a disappointment and then somebody shows back up and then like, nope, they've committed to shift, they've committed to evolution, they've done something, made you exceedingly happy. And Knight of Cups is that, I kind of think of him as the knight in shining armor. So it's like, I wonder if a romantic person is kind of the other thing that you're manifesting or that you're working on. So it's a little bit of work with a little bit of heart stuff. You know, sounds good. Sounds good, hun. You'll totally have to let me know how that lands for you, if that sounds on point for what you've been mulling about, what you've been thinking about, what you're trying to draw into you, because you'd be the ultimate I guess, validation on if that is spot on or no. But thank you so much for your question, sweetheart. Let me get a shuffle in. Lori, do you see anything in the cards to help me with my leg healing? I've been going through a rough time, hun. I'm sorry that it's still a pain in your leg for you. I wanted to say ass, but that seemed in a wrong direction. I wanted to say pain. No, anyway, let's keep going. All right. Do you see anything in the cards to help me? What does she need to know? What do we need to know? Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gotcha. Okay, so the card at the bottom of the set of the deck was the Moon card. So for me, when I'm looking at the shadow card, essentially, it's kind of shining a overall scope on the entire read, and I don't feel like there's a whole lot in the way of answers that can be pulled out of that, and the Moon is just like telling us directly, yeah, there's not a whole lot that this can provide for us. The cards that I do have, though, is the Lovers along with the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Because anytime I'm thinking about this situation, I feel like there's something that we're not aware of. And I don't know, obviously I don't know what it is. But with the 3 of Pentacles, it kind of feels like the continued work efforts, the continued joint efforts to resolve it. The 8 of Swords, though, I'm wondering what else you can do for it, or what else you can find out, or what ownership can you do? Like, is there something that Lori can do a little bit more to aid in healing? Like, I don't know if it's like when I think of things like that, I'm thinking about like your diet, about your environment, about the things that you're using near it, like healing it internally outward instead of externally inward, if that makes sense. Because then we end the entire session with the entire spread with the devil card. So those are the things that kind of manipulate us and puppeteer us and what have you. Something that's coming to mind is something that my sister had talked about with her knee, where she wrote a letter kind of in a very calm, relaxed, meditative state, where she was writing a letter and asked her knee what her knee needed to heal to get better. And one of the things that came up in her writing was the words bend and flex. And for her, that was exactly what her knee needed, was more, I feel like you're missing something to make it heal more, right? For her, that gave her a little bit of a nugget that took her down the rabbit hole to kind of help her with her joints. I'm wondering if maybe doing the same thing of kind of talking to that knee, not your knee, your wound, personifying your wound, getting intimate and connected to it past what you've already done might shed a little bit of light or give you a clue or show up something, kind of shed a little. I mean, at this point, what else? What else can you do? So maybe having a conversation with that wound like it was a person and asking, what does it need? What does it need? What is it here for? Like, what does it need out of you? And it's just a start, or it's just an idea. But outside of that, hun, there's a whole lot of not seeing what's going on there. And then the other card below it was the High Priestess, which is all about our intuition. So I think going into our head and hearts might be a little bit. Just saying. But thank you so much for your question, Lori. Am I on? Hi, Samantha. I forgot to say hi. Am I on the right career path with special education? Okay. Let's see what shows up for us, hon. Samantha, are you on the right path with special education? So I've got your first couple cards. Let's see what else shows up for us. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. Sweet. Okay. So these two hopped out, so I'm just going to show you the wheel along with the 5 of swords. So I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't like the actual, not the process that you took, but there was like a pathway that you did it, or the education that you got. I'm wondering if you're still kind of mulling over if that education process was the right thing. Like, I think of like, did I go to the right school? Like, did I do okay by taking out this, financial grant or doing this thing or this thing to pay for the education? So there's still some mulling overs that's occurring there. So regarding the education itself, or the career path itself, I have the 4 of Cups along with the Magician and the High Priestess. So, hun, my first thought when the 4 of Cups comes up for us is that we're still in charge of how we feel about special education. So when we're looking at the card a little bit closer, she is very aware of these bowls that are empty, kind of not paying attention to this one that is full and emitting rainbows for her. So all she has to do is just shift her head, shift her point of view, shift her focus, and then she can see all the hearts and the rainbows that she had ever daydreamed about. So there's going to be parts about your job that you're going to hate, that you're going to dislike, that you're going to loathe. But if we focus our time and attention on the stuff that we dislike about this role, then of course it's going to look like a shitstorm and you're not going to enjoy it. So finding everything that you love about it, focusing on the stuff that makes your heart sing, that brings up all those bubbles and butterflies, I think that's going to be like your winning area to make it the right career path for you. And it won't be like forcing, the square peg into a round hole kind of thing. It's going to be like, oh, our pegs and our holes are adjusting to each other, because that's what's supposed to happen. So the other cards I had for you, Sweet Pea, where did they go? Oh yeah, the High Priestess and the Magician. To me, this is you trusting your intuition with the work that you do. And the Magician is about the mastery of your universe, the mastery of creating your environment. The other cards that I have is the Ace of Cups, along with the Moon, and the 10 of Pentacles. I love that because I feel like special education kind of makes your heart sing in a legit, like, special kind of way. I think there's something to it that you find value or significance in doing. So I love that for you. 10 of Pentacles reminds me of families and legacy and children, and how you are helping so much by the work that you are doing. Even if you don't have the complete clear way of how you're going to do it, you're doing so much. So are you on the right career path? Right and wrong is subjective, but this looks like you enjoy it. It feels like you're enjoying the process. You're loving the work that you're doing. So long as you are, then of course it's the right path for you. So yeah, Keep at it, hon. I'm sorry I'm moving everything all the time. We're going to have to figure out a different rig for that, but of course. But you take care, and thank you so much for your question. Is it time? Oh my goodness. It is time. It's time. So we got our last session of the evening. So if you still have a question, if you have another question, go ahead and throw in your question into the comments, and Melissa's going to be pulling them, and I'm going to be pulling one card super fast to get us a flash read. The flash readings are a little bit more direct and to the point, and they're snippets and they're soundbite readings. So the point is to get through as many as possible so that we can get everybody taken care of this evening. So I'm going to go ahead and get shuffling. One card only. Sometimes Melissa has to continue to tell me, so don't be surprised if we hear her echoing over here. Okay. Get him in. All righty, I'm shuffle away. All right, let's see. And go. Tori, should I say with DM? Should you stay? I don't even see what it is yet. What is this? Ooh, what is this? 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like your staying has caveats. I feel like there should be an equal exchange of ownership, energy, and power. And if there's not, then maybe consider traversing. Or if there is, and maybe you're not finding fulfillment in it, look at why we're not finding fulfillment. So there's a caveat here. It's not a yes or no. It's a caveat. So look at your situation a little bit more intimately, and I think you'll find the answers that you're actually looking for. But thank you so much for your question, Tori. Woohoo! I soundbited it. Yay! Oh, how will my 2021 be in education? Woo! Hello from YouTube land. How will 2021 be for you in education? Let's see what this one is. This is 9 of Pentacles. I love this because it's the card that kind of signifies abundance for me. So regarding education, to me, that's, look at where her hand is reaching. So she's gaining, if I equate it to knowledge, she's gaining new knowledge. She's gaining new wisdom. That is an owl? No, that's a pigeon. No, that's a dove. That's a bird. That is what I do know. That is a bird. So she's getting new information. She's getting new things regarding education. It's not the biggest, what do you call it, pentacle in the room, but it's still hers, you know? So how will your 2021 be? It'll be what you make it. It'll be what you grab for. It'll be what you reach for. So it'll be cool though. That's what I do know. And there might be a bird involved. But thank you so much for your question. Let me get shuffling. All right, is Cedric happy I'm bringing his child? Ooh, I hope so. Huh. I certainly hope so. And if not, tell him to come talk to me. All right, let's see. Is he happy that you're bringing his child? Okay, let's see what this one does. Ah, King of Swords. Okay. So happy, I feel, is relative. I feel like he's taking on a responsibility. He's taking on a role that he feels like he needs to, because that's what's asked and what's required of him. I feel like he's going to growing into it. Like that's the feel of the King of Swords for me, is this growing into that role, not necessarily, ta-da, I'm born for this role, but more of like, okay, I'm getting back into it. I'm getting into my shoulders. I'm getting ready to be ready for this, essentially. So if you really want to know the answer to that question, you're going to have to talk to Cedric and actually have like those conversations, and then trust what he says. And if he tells you the truth, which I believe that he would, then hold him to that, if that makes sense. I think it does. But thank you so much for your question, Sweet Pea. There we go. Let's go shuffling in. Please feel free to continue to throw in your questions. We don't mind. We don't mind at all. I think Melissa is searching. Are you getting the direct ones? Direct questions, darling. Direct questions. So generals don't help me out because we take too long with those. So you got to be direct. Got to have your question in mind. Will my relationship at the moment last? Okay, so let's quantify that. Let's see if you got at least 10 years under your belt. Okay, let's see what shows up for that. 10 years under your belt. 10 years. What's this? Ooh, Page of Cups. Okay, so this card in particular, it's the rose-colored glasses kind of card. I feel like it very well could have 10 years underneath it, but there's this evolution that needs to occur at the same time. So the Page of Cups is just one stage of continued progression of the Page of the Knight, of the Queen, of the King. So I feel like so long as you continue to grow and evolve as a couple, grow and evolve independently of each other and together as in a relationship, then there's no reason as to why you two can't make 10 years plus. On the flip side, if you don't, if we're all rigid, or if we don't want to shift, change, grow, and evolve, then it very well could break down over time. But if you two have each other's relationship in your scope, the longevity of you two together in your purview, right there in your mirror, you'll be good. You'll be good. But thank you so much for the question, Lena. I appreciate it. Let's see. Will I be getting a good job soon? Okay. One call for getting a good job soon. Let's quantify soon into 3 months. Let's see within 3 months. Because soon is relative, and we always got to ask whose schedule. Soon to me is definitely different from soon to you. Or my cat. Like, my cat wants everything now. Okay. Well, you will, Mary, be getting a good job within the next 3 months. 3 months. There we go. What's this one? King of Swords. King of Swords. Getting a good job. My first inclination with this, the King of Swords doesn't have a whole lot of that whole like epic, I'm getting the new job feel or getting the good job feel. I feel like you're getting the interview feel. So it's like the interview with, okay, so to say it crassly, the person feels a little bit like a bastard, but they're the gatekeeper. So you kind of have to appease them to get the role that you're looking for. I feel like you're going to get the start to go into the 3rd month, getting the job that you're looking for. But the type of job that you're wanting, not within the 3 months, but I feel like you're on like the door is like just right there. Like you're having the interview within the 3 months, but you're not securing it. You're not getting the job offer within the 3 months. So it's like balancing that out with what your financial needs are, so that like, oh, I need an in the meantime kind of position because 3 months is too long, kind of thing. So you might want to be considering that in addition to whatever else is going on for you. But thank you so much for your question, Mary. I so appreciate you. From Facebook land. Yay. Hi, how does C feel about you? Ask them. I'm such a big fan of asking people how they feel. But I still want to pull cards because it's fun. Because then you can go, okay, so I'll pull a card and you'll have your information. You'll go and ask them, and then you get to come back and tell me I was way off or I was spot on. So you totally have to let me know. I love it when we find out what happened. Okay, how does C feel about you? Love light. How does C feel about you? Oops, I'm trying to pull it right here. There you go. Ooh, a strongin'. I like that. So the strength card often, they equated, or the authors of this deck equates it to kind of like the woman taming the wild beast. However, I look at this as the woman essentially is the beast, but she's that calm, like master, like she's her own internal lion tamer, and the little lamb that's in the picture is perfectly safe and content and happy with the lion in the room. So how does C feel about you? I feel like he thinks of you a little bit kind of like you're the strong or you're the beast, or maybe you're both, but either way, it's good stuff. But thank you so much for your question. And then go ask. TS, will I pass my exam or should I pursue another career? Wait, should I pass my T's exam? Okay. Will I? Let's see. Well, don't like abandon ship yet. Like, let's wait until we know. Until you have that paper in hand, you don't know. I mean, cards and all. You don't know until you know. So, will you pass the T's exam? Will you pass the T's exam? Will she pass this exam? Oh, here we go. What's this one? Ah, look at that Page of Wands there. You cannot tell me that is not a happy woman. She is dancing. She's throwing her baton. I thought one of these cards has a Walkman in it, like old school Walkman. And I don't know if those are Adidas or what, but she is having a grand old time. So I'm going to say that's a pass, hon. That looks like a pass to me. So, and now you totally have to let me know if you do. So please come back and let me know if you pass that exam or no. But thank you so much for your question. Okay, Jacqueline. Will you find love soon? Yes, you will find love soon. We all find love soon, but I still want to pull a card and then quantify soon. So let's do the 3-month mark too. Okay. So what is that? That's February. It's 3 months from now, February.
Yes.
Yay! I can do math. February. Let's see if there's gonna be love or romance in your life by Valentine's Day. How about that? Ooh, I cannot wait till Valentine's Day, y'all. Okay, will there be love in your environment by Valentine's Day? Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. So I think, I feel like it very well could be possible. However, that one party or the other is slow as hell. And I don't mean mentally slow, so let me clarify. What I mean is that we're very stubborn or we're very slow to move. We don't make drastic decisions very quickly or very fast that would probably speed or accelerate something up for us. So it feels possible within 3 months, but it's going to be a slow moving kind of thing. So just keep your eyes open. If you're looking for love and romance like sparkly is right now, maybe not, but it's on its way. It's on its way, darling. Jalen. It was Jalen. There you go. I'm about to call you Jacqueline. My bad. Thank you so much for your question. You're so cute. Thank you so much. All right. Is that Silky Rose? I want to be called Silky Rose. Can I create a YouTube channel and be Silky Rose?
There's already one.
Well, Silky Rose too. You know how annoying that is when you're like, you're just the same one, but two. What's coming for you in finances next year? Ooh, one card for all that. Let's see what shows up for us, hon. What's coming in finances for you next year? Let's see what shows up. Ooh. What? So lovers, and I love this for you because this has a couple meanings attached to it. So the lovers card can sometimes be literal, like in relation to your finances. Maybe you're in love with your finances, or there's somebody, a person attached that might bring some financial education, wisdom, knowledge, or things like that increases your finances. So this doesn't have to necessarily be a romantic situation, even though the image yes, it is, but let's ignore the face. Let's ignore the feel-good faces. But the whole point of that card is the communioning of something that you're looking for. So whatever it is that you feel like you are missing regarding your finances, next year it feels like you are bringing that together. You're bringing that cohesion together and making those steps. So maybe you're getting that plan together, or maybe you're getting the extra boost in income that you've been looking for, or maybe you did your debt reduction plan, or you did your snowball plan. Now you've paid off all this stuff. So either way, you're making some moves. That's for certain. Major Arcana and a lover's card. Hun, I want your finances. Thank you so much. Allie, should I explore moving east towards Boston or stick here in Washington State? Let's see. One card for that. Let's see. Is it in our best interest to, we got to pick one because it's only one card. Is it in our best interest to move to Boston? Move towards Boston. Is it in our best interest to move towards Boston? There we go. Pull the card right here on top. Dun, 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 dun. Queen of Wands. I dig that. So this card is a super high energy feel to it. She doesn't say directly yes or no. What it is do what you want, honey. She's very much about doing what you want. So exploring those natural inclinations, exploring anything that you're interested in. And if it includes moving east or maybe even south or maybe up further north, whatever it is that you want to do what you want to do and do it vibrantly. Do it as big as you want to because you can. Because you can, hun. So yes. Yes, and do whatever you want. Thank you so much for your question, Allie. Hi, my dear. Can't stay, but you wanted to say hi. Oh, Kaylani, thank you. And thank you for chatting with me. I'm going to respond to your super long message later. I'm going to get to you, hon, I promise. Chris, is M going to marry P or it'll be canceled? He doesn't want to marry her. He asked me to ask this question as English is not his first language. He's my friend. He's a Gemini, and that girl is an Aries. He doesn't want to marry her. Is M going to marry P? Okay. So I'm not going to pull a card on that particular situation. Let me tell you why. Because one, I love you to bits and pieces. And also when it's that clear, you don't want to marry the person, then if you're able to say no, and my understanding is that you very well may, even though there's like family, there's history, there's all this stuff, then don't, honey. Then Yes. I mean, it almost is like it's one of those questions. It's like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Asking the question in itself, looking for the answer is something that you have the pivotal control over. Any card that I pull is probably going to tell you, make your own decision, make your own choice as much as you can. I love that you have a friend that's willing to ask the question for you. But I still feel like this is very much your decision. And on that kind of situation, I want that to stay your decision on if you're going to be marrying this person or not. So long story short, if you don't want to marry this person, then don't. Full stop. Thank you, darling, though. I do appreciate you coming to visit with me, and I have no problems pulling on more questions for you. But thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blue sky, how will my career and finances be next year? Ooh, let's see. Career and finances. How will they be next year? What will they energetically look like next year? Career and finances. Here we go. What is this card? Oh, Six of Swords. Okay, hon. So I feel like with the Six of Swords, this card is having that, you know, when you've had it, when you finally have had enough of something and you've made the decision that you're the one who's responsible to change whatever it happens to be. I feel like next year, that's the time where you're getting that I've had enough with being sick and tired. I've had enough with being this or that. I've had enough. So we're moving on, or we're doing something, or we're shifting gears, or we're making a decision. A swords card is usually a mental process or a mindset, and we're shifting gears. We're making decisions, and we're moving forward from there. So you got change on the horizon, hun. Change of some sort. But thank you so much for your question, Blue Sky. I love that. M. It's like an M with an exclamation point. Sweet. I know. How can you say M more like emphatically? Like M or something. Just extra M. Anyway, you're confused about whether the divine supports me in my creative pursuits. Any clarity for you? So my first thought, hun, is that divine wants for you what you want for yourself. So if you want creative pursuits, your divine energy, deity, ancestors, guides, guardians, whoever wants that, or whoever that is for you, they want to support you in anything that you want to do. So, but let's pull a card. Oh, card that hopped out was the Ace of Cups. That's all about following your heart and holding the energy right here with literally right there. So, hun, follow your intuition, follow your natural inclinations. The divine is supporting you come hell or high water because they are hell and high water. So, absolutely, hun. Not even to worry about it. Yeah. Thank you so much for your question, sweet pea. Hey, sis, feeling lost on your spiritual journey, need some direction. Thank you and much love. Oh, I'm sorry that you're feeling lost. I wonder what one card can give us. What can we do? What can Jesus do in one card? That's a lot on one card. But we got you. We got you. We got you, hon. Let's see. Oh, Jesus, I'm so glad that we can get you, Finn. And we can. I meant to say finally get you in, and I said Finn. Okay, that works too. What's the one thing? Let's see. Ooh, death and rebirth. So spiritual journey needs some direction. Okay, something that's coming to mind is something that I heard today, and I don't have it completely nailed as to the context, or not context, but to the literal language that was used. But it was something along the lines about when you are feeling stuck, when we are feeling stagnant, where we're no longer making movements on our goals, our dreams, our ambitions, is because we've lost perspective. We've lost what is important to us or important to the goal that we're trying to attain. When it comes to like death and rebirth, I would legit tell you, I want to tell you to burn this shit down. Like whatever it is that you're doing or whatever it is that you're trying to do, like take it in and just put it down for a second and explore something else. Follow something else that comes to mind for you. Flip a coin, like do anything different. And it's that little bit of extra different energy that starts to kind of kick things in the butt or clear out some of the old dust, or maybe helps you shine light on old habits, routines, and patterns that no longer serve you. But this is part of the process. Like everything that you're going through right now, this isn't a mistake. This is what happens. This is what has to happen for you to continue to shift, grow, evolve. You make choices, you burn shit down, you build shit back up, and you refigure it out. So, Jesus, I know you got this, sir. I'm not even worried about you. Not at all. But take care. Thank you so much for your question. Will I have a successful online business? Possibly. Let's see what the card pulls for us will be. Online business. Now is the time for online businesses. I'm telling you. Oh my gosh, especially if you're a reseller. Oh! Anywho, successful online business. Oops. Judgment. Okay. Judgment. I wish it was a yes or no, because I know you're asking a yes or no question, like, will you have a successful online business? We want a yes, we want to know. I don't feel like it's a yes or no thing, though. So with the judgment card, this is can be a couple of things. One off being, is this online business in direct alignment with what you want for yourself? I hope it is. Like for me, if I was doing an online business and selling, I don't know, keys, that would be pointless and useless regardless of how much like profit I actually brought in. But if I have my online business selling tarot cards, I almost get to make no money and it still makes me excited and happy, and I feel like a successful entrepreneur. So it's like, it's not as black and white as yes or no. So if this business is exactly what you're wanting, and you've outlined for yourself exactly what success means to you or looks like to you, like, is it profit, is it full clients, whatever those things are, and you're hitting those goals, or you've made plans to hit those goals, then yeah, absolutely, hun. But thank you so much for your question. Thank you so much. Oh, we get to end the session. Sad faces. But you all, thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. I so appreciate all of you. Oh, I want to give you hugs, love, and thank you all. Send my gratitude to you all. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and I know my work wouldn't be possible without you all. So thank you. Thank you so much. If you want to get in touch with me directly, my website's directly on that comment. They're also in the comments. They're also on the post. You can also reach out to me if you need anything directly. So if you need to schedule something one-on-one with me, any of those will be useful. Also, oh yeah, today is November 25th, the day before Thanksgiving, and I read for you tonight between 8 and 9:13. So if you happen to comment afterwards, my apologies, but I will not be accepting questions after 9:13. You all take care. Thank you so much. And yes, please share the love, share the video, heart, like, tag your sister, tag your bestie, tag a friend. It helps for longevity and the reach and all of those beautiful analytics that we all know and hate all at the same time. Alrighty, you all. Take care. Have a great night and enjoy your turkey dinners or non-meat based dinners tomorrow. Bye.